Today on the table, we have a Beretta Model 1935, or an M1935. It is a 32 ACP. So if you remember, maybe 3 weeks or so ago, we did the review of the Beretta Model 1934, and that is 380. And obviously they came out with that one first, and then they basically just copied that one to make this one by just chambering it or just changing it to a 32 ACP. And then that added actually one extra round because those rounds are a little smaller than the 380. So this is an 8 round versus a 7 round, which is what you get in the 1934. But it is, single action, has it's standard blowback pistol with the standard plastic grips on here. You can see it has its original Beretta grips on it as well. This one's got a little bit of a crack in it, but not too bad. And then you can see it does have an S on here, and then there are quite a few proofs here on the side, and we can go over maybe in another video as well. Serial number on this one is 425,000. So if we look at the chart for the runs of these, this one's actually in the early productions. So they started at serial number 410,000, and this is 425,000. So this is very, very early, probably like 1939, maybe 1940 or so for this one. So it's just kind of a cool feature for that. But they were these were actually purpose built for the Italian forces during World War II. So and then afterwards they were sold to the civilian market, and then some German forces also got them like later on in the war, like generally around the last year of the war. But again, some of the negatives about them, at least for military purposes and things like that, they were really just a last resort. It has a low magazine capacity of only 8 rounds. It has a shorter effective range. So that's what makes it more a last resort. But the one huge benefit is it's extremely concealable. Like, I don't have huge hands, but it fits in my hand like this, so you can imagine it fits really well in a pocket. It is very easy to take down. So it just has the single takedown lever, and then it is extremely reliable because you know how Beretta now, even with their current, like the 92FS and all the more modern pistols that they have, they all stuck with the same open barrel design. So there's a lot less moving parts. It's not going to get gummed up in here, and so we would have trouble with misfiring and things like that. They've always been extremely reliable, and obviously really easy to clean as well. And they were really desirable. So like as World War II happened, what a lot of soldiers ended up doing was they would basically kind of collect these. So they would they would get them from just because a lot of German soldiers were captured and killed obviously during World War II. The Americans and other countries would take these from the Italian and the German soldiers that had them, and they liked them because, like I said before, there's great construction of them and they're very reliable. So, and the fun thing is most of the captured pistols, and this might be one of them, are operational to this day because of how well they're made. And a lot of people now have them. And they didn't make as many of these Model 1935s as they did of the Model 1934s. So you can say that they are a little bit more rare, but they are just, super cool in that way. And the other thing that's great about them too, even now, is it's still really easy to find 32 ACP. I mean, it's not like it's a very odd round. It's not like how when we went over that Smith & Wesson last week, how it is a 455 LA. Like, that's a really difficult British round to find compared to just a standard 32 ACP, which there's a lot of pistols that you can, that are chambered in 32 ACP. So it does make it, a lot nicer to own. We will do a safety check on it since I didn't do that at the beginning of the video, so we can check and see here. You can see there, it's really easy to check on this one because the barrel's right there on the top, and then it's got the old school mag release, so we have to slide it open here. And if it's not greased enough, it won't come out of there very well. It's pretty tight in there. There we go. There's the original mag right there. You can see with the little pinky finger grip, what I like to call it, right there. So I think I probably should have put some oil on this a little bit, but it's still so well built, you can't complain. Oops, I put the safety on here. There we go. There, see? Now I had to turn the safety off, and it does have a nice safety on it as well too. I mean, you can see so it's safe and fire. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, just a really, really cool little pistol here.